Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show on this Wednesday, the 20th of January, 2020, Inauguration Day in the United States. Going to be a new administration coming in, and also we got a lot going on in the world of cryptocurrency today. I want to talk about. I want to get right in there and talk about what's happening with Bitcoin. And I'm going to tell you what. An awful lot of people over the years have said Bitcoin's going to die. I don't think Bitcoin's ever going to die. It's always going to be used. Always going to be use cases for Bitcoin. It's so useful in the world of money we have now that runs digitally on the internet. And the central banks out there are planning now on releasing their own digital currencies. Guys, and they see Bitcoin as an obstacle. You know, something that could get in their way. Of their currencies having value in for purchasing power, and everything. Cryptocurrencies, they don't like it. They don't really know exactly what to do about it yet, but let's open up the charts right here and take a look at what's going on. Bitcoin falls 5% despite continued accumulation by investors. Bitcoin fell from 36,000 to 34,000 Wednesday morning despite continued buying from investors. Investors continued to buy Bitcoin. It didn't stop the cryptocurrency market from slipping by over $2,600 on Wednesday. Bitcoin fell from 36,000 to 34,000 this morning and was seen changing hands near 34,300, representing a 5% drop on the day, according to CoinDesk. The price drop comes a day after Treasury Secretary nominee Janet Yellen, who's soon going to be the Treasury Secretary, suggested that lawmakers curtail the use of cryptocurrencies amid terrorism concerns. They always use these things as an excuse. Money laundering is one of their favorites that they use as an excuse to try to get rid of. She says, I think many cryptocurrencies are used, at least in transaction sense, mainly for illicit financing. And I think we really need to examine ways in which we can curtail their use and make sure that anti-money laundering doesn't occur through these channels, Janet Yellen said on Tuesday. She's going to be the Treasury Secretary in the United States. She has a tremendous amount of power as Treasury Secretary. Says while the cryptocurrency is down, it's still within a week-long narrow price range as seen on the chart below. Okay, what I see on this chart, when I look at this chart, is I see a consolidating pattern. I see the low ebb right now in a consolidating pattern. In other words, it's in a little bit of a dip in that consolidating pattern, but it's coming down into that tight little channel you see there. When Bitcoin does that, it comes down into a tight little channel like that, it's getting ready to make a move, either to the downside or to the upside. That's what it always does when it runs through a little channel like that and it narrows right down to a small price target. Then it gets ready to make a move to the upside or downside. Which will it be? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. But it's going to be up or down. Once it comes through, see how these 2 points come together? It'll come right through the center of that cone. That's what it'll do. And then when it does that, then it'll either go up or it'll go down. Which way? I don't know. Okay, now we're going to take a look at something else here. Bitpanda launches a new debit card that lets users spend fiat cryptocurrencies and precious metals. It's a Visa card, And Bitpanda, a digital investment platform, has launched a Visa debit card that allows customers to switch among multiple assets, such as cryptocurrencies, fiat currencies, precious metals, to fund payment. Now, I wonder how they do the precious metal part. They probably would they want you to send them in your precious metals and hold it as collateral or what? I just don't know. They wouldn't take your word for it if you called them up and said, hey, I got X amount of precious metals here and I'm holding it. Will you give me one of those cards? And they're they're going to want to have the precious metals as collateral for, and that's basically, I think, what this is I think they take your crypto as collateral, like you send it to them, and then they'll spend off of that. They're not going to go online. They're not going to go online and give you actual credit. I don't think that's what this is. I think this is only for things that you actually own that you're going to let them hold. So in other words, if you got a Bitcoin, you can send it to them probably, and they hold it, and then they let you spend off of that in form of Visa credit card. I think that's the way it works. I'm not exactly sure that's the way it works, but I think that's the way it works. In other words, they open up a exchange, probably, and then you can send the Bitcoin or Bitcoin to them, and then they'll issue you a card, and then you can spend up to the limit of what you sent them is worth, kind of like a pay-as-you-go kind of credit card. Like they have those already, you have credit cards you can go and get, and you can charge the card up. So I think that's kind of what it's going to be like, But it's a card that you can charge with precious metals or cryptocurrencies, The amount you can spend on the card would fluctuate depending on what the cryptocurrencies is worth at that particular time, So I think that's the way it works anyway. But it's going to be a Visa card, so it'll spend anywhere Visa will spend, But that's interesting. I thought that they're going to... This Bitpanda is going to allow this to happen, with the cryptocurrencies. Make it, for some people, it's going to be useful in allowing them to spend their cryptocurrencies in more places where cryptocurrency is not accepted right now, Listen, thank you guys for listening to my show. I'll tell you what I expect with cryptocurrencies is there's a tremendous need for an alternative asset class to the dollar, because the dollars, they're going to print it to infinite. They're just going to keep printing until it's worth nothing. And so it could go into gold, silver, that money that is going to have to find a place to go to retain people's purchasing power, ultimately. And there's going to be a mass exodus. If they clamp down too hard on cryptocurrencies, the flow will go into gold and silver. If they suppress the price of gold and silver too much with their paper short contracts, which is a game I think that they feel like they have more control over it that way. But it's a game I can see that with gold and silver that could really end more on them than with cryptocurrencies if they let cryptocurrency get out of the barn too much. That's why they're going to want to put the clampers on it now. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the very next show. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.